Okay, let me ask you a question. When the Fed was lowering interest rates all last year, how much more money did you make? How much did it help you with your income? Did you feel wealthier? Or let's make it a little broader. Did it feel like the economy was stronger? If you're like most people, the answer would be no. Most people don't care about what the Fed does because it doesn't impact them whatsoever, right? So all this hoopla with the Fed raising interest rates and all that other stuff. The only reason people care is because they believe this ridiculous idea that the Fed somehow can influence the economy. So if the Fed lowers rates, the economy will be better, and somehow I'll be able to get a better job, or I'll make more money some way or somehow. Who knows how, but has that ever happened? The Fed has been doing all kinds of things to try and lower the interest rates for the past 70 years. And income level since the 1960s has not risen. However, the GDP of the US has. So ask yourself this: why are they doing it? Who really benefits from this? I'll give you a simple answer to it. It's people who can borrow large sums of money. If you borrow $100 million from a bank and the interest rate is like 50 basis points or 0.5% lower, that's a huge amount of money. So all this stuff about the Fed helping the economy by lowering interest rates, it's complete nonsense. It doesn't help anyone except for the very, very wealthy and the corporations. If you want to point the finger at who's responsible for income inequality, the Fed is one of the main culprits. And yet, we continue to believe that the Fed's going to help us and the general economy by doing interest rate stuff. Just complete and utter nonsense. What it does do, gives more money, not in cash, but in the form of liquidity, to big corporations, wealthy individuals, including politicians, and they spend that money buying stocks and bonds and real estate, which makes them wealthier on paper. But what it does is it destroys the value of the dollar. It makes the value of goods lower, which is what monetary inflation is all about, right? So the Fed lowering interest rates creates income inequality. It creates inflation, which makes everything more expensive. So it actually does the very opposite. If you really want the Fed to improve the economy and to help you out as an individual or your family, you would do what Ron Paul wants to do and end the Fed and not allow politicians to mess with the interest rates whatsoever.